Do artificial red number 3 in foods is that going to be eliminated?
Yes,
Red
in fact,
dye?
we've that and yellow dye number 6,
Yeah.
which are known carcinogens. We're going to replace that with beets. If you want a red tint, we can use beets, which is more healthier. We can use turmeric if you want a yellow color. And so, the thing is that the beets are an antioxidant, and then the turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. So it's one of these that's, yeah.
Well, here I've got sugar-free Ludens, and that's got to be the red thing. I think it's red. So if I eat this, am I subject to like having a problem? Look at it; it's red. It has to be the red thing, right?
Well, and these are things that we're going to be addressing. The thing is that I'm not as radical as RFK. I don't want to take all the snacks off because I don't want a revolt in America. Because if we took all their snacks, that's worse than
Cough drops. I need these to do this show.
yeah.
I'm choking here. Yeah, watch.
That's it.
Oh my
Just
God!
don't choke on it.
There you go.
So,
anyways, so you're going to be sitting there. Now you haven't been approved yet, right?
Officially, as of last night, I met with Trump's transition team, and I am the official nominee for the Assistant Secretary of Health.
All right. Yay! Give him some applause for God's sake. Yeah! That's a huge victory because you're going to be sitting there getting questions like this instead of being in as one representative out of what 450 or so.
Correct.
You're going to
535.
535. I don't know what happened to those other ones, but no. 535.
Well, those are Democrats that don't know anything.
But you're going to be questioned by both sides, and you're going to be slapped around a bit, and you're going to be able to fight back and tell them what is and isn't, aren't you?
Absolutely. There's going to be some questions that they're going to want to stay away from. There is a reason why I'm one of the foremost leading authorities in forensic audits across the nation. What they've done. If they ask me that question of, do you have evidence of widespread voter fraud? I will be able to list a number of. In fact, I'll have to limit it because in my answer that I would state is the top 3 out of the 300 points of information that I have. So, I can give them 3 very, very quick. Where dead voters have voted, where people that have moved out of the state, sex offenders have all been voting, and all of these have been without their knowledge, and we have proven that. So that's either malfeasance, it's maladministration, or it's a misappropriation of the ballots themselves.
Okay, so you expect to get some questions like that, or this is going to be Republicans who are? You're not going to be asked that by Democrats, are you?
More than likely, because they want to paint me as this left-wing lunatic that, a right-wing lunatic that believes that
they would have not have done their homework had they known what it is you know.
Well, and the thing is that Elizabeth Warren made the statement that by making the mistake to call in Pete Hegseth a general, and that backfired. So they're not the most brightest people in the world.
I know. I just told that one to Bill Hardwick.
Oh, did you? So
I said, "What was the funniest part of the examination?" And I told him, the warden keep on telling him, as a general, blah 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 blah. You're going to go work for, military manufacturer, and she kept asking, pushing him. Finally, he says, Senator Warden, I am not a general. And I got a big laugh.
Oh yeah. Well, and a lot of people in Pam Bondi's, because Adam Schiff was talking over her,
Mm-hmm.
missed a very critical statement that she put out there, which was she couldn't address specifics with the J6ers because it's an ongoing investigation,
How about
and
that?
a lot of people miss that.
He didn't miss it. He
I
toned down a
didn't.
bit. He toned down a bit after that, didn't he?
He most certainly did because then he realized that he's part of that J6 original J6 committee that was a shamble, and it was nothing but a sheer propaganda and stuff. And we're going to be going after that
Good.
as well. So the thing is that we need to sit down and be patient. I'm not going to the inauguration. I'm actually going to be in Safford at the prison on the 20th, so that when President Trump signs the executive order and Pam Bondi issues that, I've got two prisoners, J6 prisoners, that I'm personally going to pick up and bring to Phoenix. And one to bring to his family, and the other one is I'm going to put on an airplane and send him home to Seattle.
Right.
So we're working and trying to capture every J6er that's going to be released.
So when you get officially anointed, as you might say, that's preacher talk, I know. But are you going to have any meetings with Trump? Are you going to be now? You said you went before some lawyers that were Trump lawyers, and you were going to talk for about a half an hour. You ended up talking for hours. So they have picked your brain, sort of like I've done over the years, and know that you got a lot of knowledge other than being a kinesiologist, right?
Well, and what's really interesting is that my staff, because they already knew that President Trump was looking at me. They didn't tip me off at that point. But since then, being the Assistant Secretary of Health, which, by the way, I'm going to be replacing Admiral Rachel Levine. That's the
Oh,
position I'm going after.
oh no!
So
No, you can't do that. Come on.
you have the epitome of LBGTQ transgender
Oh my God.
person to
I think
as my
I think
wife
I think
considers
I
me as the
followed
male.
my red number three thing there. Oh my God. That's who you're going to replace. So you're going to spend some time with her, him. I don't know.
No, not really. They're probably going to pack their stuff and take their toys and go home. They're not, and I hope they take their toys. I don't want to see them. So
So you're moving to DC?
that we're already looking at a place to stay there in DC, and so it's going to be it's going to be a big transition. I
Elon
still have
Musk is getting a place right next to the Oval Office. You're not going to be in the White House soon?
no, my office is at HHS, so it's going to be a little ways away, but not too far. I mean, I can always walk there.
Yeah.
You want
Well,
to walk
I get out
around.
there. I got to get out there and see this. So
Yeah.
I'll try,
Well,
I'll try to get out there. Will DC be safe for me to come?
absolutely. We're going to make it safe again. We have Pam Bondi. We're going to have Cash Patel.
Yeah.
They're going to be there. Our FBI is no longer going to be in Washington D.C. My understanding is that all 7,000 FBI agents are going to be sent
Omaha.
out across the United States, and they're
Good.
going to be solving crimes.
Good. For good. Oh man. Now,
So
Christopher Wray has resigned. So is he
Christopher
still?
Ray, Merrick,
Yeah.
Garland has all resigned. They're all leaving,
Are they
and
leaving the
that's just part
country?
of it.
Are they leaving the country? That's my question. because there are a
That's
couple.
okay. We can find them. I think we have something called a Delta team and a SEAL team. We can go find them.
Okay. All right. So how is this thing going to work? You've got Trump has these great savings and taxes, and they're about to be expired. How's he going to get that and go after the illegal immigrants that are supposed to go back to the country they're from?
Well, a lot of it's going to depend on how much money does the Biden administration want to leave us in our coffers. I mean, I mean, they're
Well,
sending
they're
money to
set up for it,
everybody
right?
except America.
Yeah, I know.
So, but
And the
we're
LA fire is going to get like 100% of the damages back. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Do you have any ideas?
Well, one of the things is that going back to Bernie Sanders' point when he was talking with the economic that's going to be for the and I'm drawing a blank on the secretary position of economics, I think. When he was talking to him, he was like, I feel that there's an oligarchy that's taking place,
Yes.
that a few handful of people there. And then when he said, well, President Biden had put two Medal of Freedom on two that you would be in that circle. He's like, well, I'm not making it individual. Well, you just did. You
Yeah.
just said that it was individual with these. And the thing is that there's
There were
always
three of them.
going
He
to be
numbered them and named them.
correct. And that's the thing. You're always going to have people that are multi-billionaires and millionaires and
Sure.
stuff because they're the ones that actually own things that employ people. And you're also going to have the poor and the needy. And so that's one of the reasons why God tells us that we are to save up, and then out of our abundance, we are to help our fellow man.
Right.
And we need to get back to that. We need to take, more charge of our synagogues and our churches. And, if everybody would give, 10% of what they made every year to the church, then the churches could do far much more because now you're working with your fellow people that are beside you and helping them, and that's much more than what a federal government can. So it's going to be very important that we get back to our basics of going to our synagogues, going to our churches, and believing in God and making sure that we take care of the fellow man.
And by the way, I did not say that you are also a ordained pastor, correct?
So, yes,
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they utilize you for things, not just, I mean, you got to do your job, obviously, but there's other things that you're qualified to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if that you weren't actually becoming an advisor to more than JFK or RFK. So,
Well, one of the things that we're going to need to do is we need to sit down. We have if I get some of the Democrats and stuff, and I don't want to give off all my tips here because I know that the Democrats are going to start watching everything that I have out there, and they're
right.
definitely going to start coming at these ones that are very, very close. So I don't want to tip my hand of some things that I'm going to say, but we're going to say that that I have enough information about a lot of things that we need to focus on the health and human services. And
Right.
part of that's going to be, sex trafficking. It's going to be taking care of our children. It's going to be stopping the mutilation
Oh, I didn't know that.
and degradation of our children and
So
stuff. And
you're
so
going to be
these are
part of the the border problem too. You're gonna try to help fix the children. There's 300,000 children out there with nobody can account for them. right now.
Exactly. And they come into this world, and there's no way that they are with their parents,
Right.
because the person that's taking care of them don't act like a parent, don't protect those children. And so these are things that we need to be looking for. But one of the things that I'm also, I met with a whole bunch of pastors with the Mordecai Project, and they are the pastors that are directly with President Trump. And what I've asked them, and I need to call, and I'll have to talk to Pastor Pat after we get done with this. But one of the things that I'm requesting is that we have a bunch of pastors that come in, and they're going to pray and anoint my office and the building, and we've got to take this back over, because I don't care what anybody says. And this is a direct quote that they're going to be able to take off of my show, off this show right here, which is that we have had mental illness in leadership that has allowed people to be and move forward an agenda that is extremely harmful to the mental health and well-being of our children, young adults, and stuff. I don't care what you identify as an adult, but leave the children alone and stop using the LGBTQ agenda in elementary, junior high, and high school. Leave our kids alone and stuff. And so I'm not going to be negotiable in regards to that. I'm not going to be apologetic or anything else. And when they come after that, then I'm going to ask them the direct question, which is, do you think that it's okay for children that cannot vote, cannot smoke, cannot drink, and cannot serve our country, yet you think that it's okay for them to mutilate and sterilize their body when their body's just developing? And so there's no way in my world that we're going to allow this to exist.